Hello. It is I. Hey, Velfe. Today's been days. Recesses. Really didn't make any much of a about it, but %9% are her dialysis. Trying to move the mic. So pretty much they starting to tube in. They can't do it in an arm. I originally planned because of the swing, doing it through her on the right, which I believe finds the whole thing. Once they do that, the probably start dialysis, cleaning her blood. I'm hoping they already put her on, like, find a donor who's compatible with. It been a very sad few days. The hospital because Gibson does. Because Gibson, any special in Illinois, and Gibson didn't have their own. They got 12 new doctors, but just that. So they transfer her to Savannah Hospital, any special, and they're gonna do the lining scan and so, and they're doing the procedure. She starts. They took her out one. Her left and right arms. Originally, we're gonna scan it, find a good vein, and then would have been her arm. Which when she comes out, she won't. I think once her swelling subsides, I think they might change it and redo it again, but in her at a later date, instead of having it in your, because you see that being painful, not just painful, bothering. You gotta move your neck. So yeah, it has been such a very challenging Okay. Not much I could do. Yeah, I did what that's what she was taking giving to her the correct order, the exact same time her legs kept swollen up because the water pill wasn't helping, just damaging the kidneys. Well, it's not getting clean. The kidneys is responsible for cleaning the blood and getting all the toxic waste. Hoping they can find any donor kidney. Uh, yeah, very tough. Oh yeah, tough. So, I don't know how many. I'm finding nerve wracking that it's about this family. Everyone has to give it a crap. How much about yours is like over there. It's really heartbreaking. Hmm. 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 Throat's like dry. Hmm. Oh, pretty much streaming. Very other platform.
Exactly. None of them believe.
Well, if it isn't my dear partners.
That voice! It's Navia!
I didn't expect to run into you guys here today. Are you headed somewhere?
How about you, Navia? Are you still busy rebuilding Poisson?
We've wrapped up most of the rebuilding, but there are still a few things left to take care of. Stocking up on materials, confirming construction timelines, discussing compensation terms with families affected by the disaster. Between all of that, I've been making a lot of trips between the court and Poisson. Well, though the victims have received relief payments from the court, in my opinion, as the administrators of Poisson, Spinadero Sula should take some responsibility as well. Our financial situation right now isn't the best, so all we've been doing is signing agreements for the damages to be repaid at a later date. Though just pieces of paper now, they demonstrate our commitment. They're necessary to restore the people's faith in us.
Oh, spoken like a true president. You're a really responsible leader. That must be taking up most of your time, though, right?
Oh, you bet. Between that and all the other errands I have to run at the court, I'm always forgetting one thing or another. So before I came over this time, I took a page from Melusa's book and decided to make a list of everything. This way, it's easy to see which tasks you haven't checked off. And then, since Melus loved using shorthand, I decided to also follow his example and come up with some shorthand of my own. But after running a few errands in the city, I'm kind of struggling to even read my own handwriting anymore.
That does sound like you, all right. So what kind of shorthand did you use?
Oh, wanna take a look?
Let Paimon see. Wait. There's nothing here but a bunch of weird symbols. This looks like a piece of kelp wrapped around a stick. And this other one, is it supposed to be a boar in a box?
The first one has to do with confirming the final payment amount for the fishermen, while the second one is a reminder to try the new burger that just hit the market.
Okay, Paimon can definitely see how you might forget what each of these mean.
Thank you for your advice. These are the kinds of things you only really figure out once you've tried them out yourself. I thought that as long as I understood my shorthand when I came up with it, I'd be sure to remember the symbols when I looked at them later. Unfortunately, I've definitely proven myself wrong.
Well, now you know for next time.
Anyway, I should have already taken care of most of the things on the list. There are still a few symbols that I can't decipher, but I don't think they're anything too super important. Worst comes to worst, I'll just make another trip.
Ah, so you're going to head back now?
Yep, that's the plan. Oh, actually, since we talked about the reconstruction earlier, want to come with me and check out the town for yourself? You said you don't have any plans, right? So we can just catch a boat and head over. It won't take long at all.
It's a bit sudden, but Paimon doesn't see why not. What do you have to exciting, Traveler.
Then let's go. We'll take a boat over.
Oh, you mean the Aquabus, right? Like the Clementine line?
Oh, sorry. I meant our own boat. The Aquabus doesn't have a station near Poisson, so we'll use one of the Spina's boats. All right, follow me. I'll take you there. The engineer is still doing a few routine safety checks. We can head out as soon as we get the green light.
So, Paimon has always wanted to ask. The 3 Aquabus lines are all named after people in your family, right?
Yeah, that's right. Callus and Navia are self-explanatory, while Clementine was the name that my mother went by.
If you provided the Mora to build the lines, then why isn't there even a dedicated line to Poisson? Spina di Rosula built all the lines, yet you still have to take a special boat just to go home. Paimon doesn't get it.
Well, what I heard is that most of our businesses don't actually use Poisson as a hub, so there was no real reason to build a line straight to Poisson. You are right that it is a bit strange, though. If you've already committed to build 3 lines, why not just add a 4th?
Yeah, that's what Paimon's saying. The Aquabus is so convenient, it's really a huge shame.
Well, it is what it is. You know what my father was like. Even I often struggled to figure out what was going on in his head. But that would only be the case if he cared about what others thought. My father was always really stubborn. Once he made up his mind, good luck getting him to change it. From what I've heard, the rights of all the other members of the Spina only went as far as giving him advice or suggestions, and no farther. That included my mother, too.
Huh. Well, that explains why you weren't on the greatest of terms with him.
Yeah, because I wouldn't just let him keep getting his way. He was just... not very agreeable.
Boss, the boat's ready. We can head out.
All right, then let's head out. It'll be a while before we get to Poisson. Let's keep talking.
Navia, what was your mother like as a person? Oh, Paimon, sorry. She totally forgot that you mentioned before that she passed away during childbirth, so you probably don't remember her at all.
That's all right. I've heard many stories about her from the rest of the Spina. They've always said that they were sure we would have gotten along famously. While my papa was stiff like a board, my mother was supposedly super cheerful and funny. Their complementary personalities allowed them to make up for each other's flaws. My father would run the businesses and expand our reach, while my mother would keep the peace and make sure that everyone was happy. Their work made sure that the Spina could grow and thrive.
Sounds like they were not just a well-matched couple, but fantastic business partners as well.
Yeah, but those are just stories and anecdotes after all. It's hard for me to piece together a more complete or intimate picture of her. But sometimes I'd still look at the Clementine line and wonder, would the Spina and Poisson still be what they are today had my mother survived? Silver once said that a name is a kind of inscription, a way to etch a memory into the world. When given a name, a cold, inanimate object can gain a completely new meaning. So, I will always associate the line with her in my heart. Over the past few weeks, I've also begun to appreciate how water can take in and hold our most intense feelings and memories, as well as how one may reflect on their past by watching the sea. I've lost many beloved people and memories to the sea. Even though I cannot stop for them and must continue to keep moving, the fact won't change that they existed in my life and gave me the reason and motivation to move forward. Of course, I still haven't really gotten used to a life without them. But I tell myself that I need to keep looking towards the future. Everyone, even my parents, have already overcome so many obstacles. Besides, I'm the president of Spina di Rosula. I've got to keep my chin up.
It's a shame that you can't bring them back because the Prometheus sea waters is what killed them.
We've reached the shore.
It's the very
Let's
same
go.
thing that gave them
I'll
birth
show
into
you the new
humans.
Poisson.
Emotionaries died by the same thing.
Navia, do you think she's doing all right? Okay, Paimon supposes you're right. She's really been through a lot. It couldn't have been easy shouldering so much by herself.
Trust me, not easy shouldering everything. A lot of responsibilities and stuff.
You're back! Traveler and Paimon, welcome back to Poisson.
Oh, hey! Fancy seeing you again, Florent. Is it your turn to take care of Navia now?
Hey, I can totally take care of myself. For the time being, I'll go around without any attendance. We did hand over some of Malus's old responsibilities to Florent, though. It's been really nice to have him around to help out.
Thank you for the compliment, boss. As you see, I've been working closely with the boss on rebuilding Poisson. Mr. Malus was an extremely capable and respected member of the Spina. I've got some really big shoes to fill.
All right. There's no need to be so formal. Everyone's practically old friends by now. Were you waiting here for me? Did we manage to make any progress on the statue?
Yeah, we contacted a sculptor about the job, but they can't get started on sourcing a correctly sized block without knowing the design that we want to use.
Hello there. Not sure what you're meaning.
So
You have to explain yourself because I'm not sure whether you spelled something that name wrong or it's something I never heard of.
Done for the Spina and the town of Poisson. But since my father was known as Callus the Unfaithful for the longest time, it would have been too controversial to commission a statue of him. But now that his name has been cleared, and the town is also being rebuilt, I thought this would be the perfect chance to actually realize this dream.
The funds to build the statue were freely donated by the people of Poisson to show their appreciation for Miss Clementine and Mr. Callus and everything they did.
Me? I'm just the newbie president that's running around and causing everyone trouble. Maybe we can have this conversation again in a few decades, once I've done more for the town and the people.
Hey, there's no need to be so humble. Didn't you just help save the entire country?
I agree
No way.
wholeheartedly. I also believe that Boss should have a place on the statue.
Hey, if you keep inflating my ego like this, I might just float off into the sky with my parasol. Just kidding. There's no way that I'd accept that kind of compliment at face value. At a minimum, I'd have to match what my father did for the people. Thanks for the vote of confidence. I just don't think I'm ready yet. Anyway, Florent, now it's up to us to confirm the final design, right?
Mm-hmm. We can ask the sculptor to start looking for a good block once we've decided on the poses for Miss Clementine and Mr. Callus. But we haven't had any real discussions yet on the possible designs. I feel like I should get a few promising designs first, and then send them over to you to review.
There's no need for all that. Let's decide on a design right now. Hey, you! Come over here with me. Modeling a few poses, of course. Here, just pretend to be Callus, and I'll be Clementine. Didn't you say on the boat that Callus and Clementine sounded like great partners? Well, then there's no one better to fill this role than my most valuable partner. Florent, let's grab some reference shots.
You've got it, boss. I'll go get the camera.
Well, what do you think? Got any ideas? Well, I've actually discussed it a bit with Florent before, but I could never come up with any fresh or original ideas. It's probably because my idea of them is already kind of set in stone. So, I want to pick your brain for a bit and see if you can come up with some new and interesting ideas.
I'm all good here, boss. Feel free to start posing whenever.
By that, do you mean as if we were standing on a boat and looking out at the sea? Sure, let's give that a try.
Whoa, you really remind Paimon of a captain and their first mate.
Look over there, my dear Clementine. As you can see, every tree on that island is dripping with mora fruit.
First Paimon would come up with
There's
more
something
fruit.
off with the composition. This pose makes Mr. Callus look too tall next to the lady.
Oh, I see what you mean. Then let's swap.
Well, Paimon is a fan. A statue like this would look fantastic on a boat.
Wait, but we can't do that. Very few people would see the statue if we were to put it on a boat. This statue is meant to be placed in the town.
But then, since we're putting it in the town, the whole point of the pose would be lost.
Well,
We'll try to think of something else.
Imposing, huh? Oh, I've got it. Let's try this.
This pose! It makes me recall Sfina di Rasula's glorious golden age.
But isn't Clementine's pose a bit too bold and heroic? Was she really that kind of person? If we were to stick with this pose, maybe people would wonder if she was actually the real boss behind the scenes.
Well, tabloids did indeed speculate as much back in the day, but the Sfina pulled a few strings and made both the report and the journalist disappear.
Oh, Paimon was just kidding! Please don't make Paimon disappear.
What Florent meant was that we asked the journalist to choose a new alias. You're right, though, that this may not accurately represent the image of her in our hearts. Let's try to come up with something else. A happy pose? You mean something like we were laughing together at a funny joke?
Would all that be able to come through with just a picture?
Would we even be able to tell what they are supposed to be laughing about?
Yeah, and that'd probably be a massive pain to sculpt as well.
Could one of you try striking a pose like you're talking while the other one laughs?
I guess when you get phone calls, no one says anything, or it's just a scammer. It's so annoying. They have nothing better to do but try to steal less class.
We tried a bunch of different ideas, but none of them felt right. Paimon's all out of brain juice now, too.
Oh, don't worry. We still got a lot of reference shots out of the session, and each of them can be considered to be a souvenir in their own right. Let's just keep the ideas we tried as backups. Man, if I knew I was going to do a photo shoot with the Traveler, I would have prepared a lot of outfits and props ahead of time. Oh, outfits! Oh, that's the errand I forgot back in the city. Do either of you still remember that girl? The girl I went to see with you two. Her name is Adele.
Oh, Paimon remembers her. She was the one that we met while investigating Mr. Callus's case, right?
Yes, that's exactly who I'm talking about. So, after the case, she was finally willing to talk to me, and she told me that she wanted to join the Spina too. I said that it's fine, but young children are not allowed to join the Spina. She will just have to wait a few years, and then we'll welcome her with open arms. Since she's still a child, though, she thought I was just trying to let her down gently. But how could I get her to believe that I meant what I said? In the end, I came up with an idea. I'd have a Spina uniform made and give it to her as a gift. But I got so busy and distracted in the city that I forgot to pick the uniform up. So I did forget something important after all.
Don't worry, boss. I can send someone to pick it up right away.
On the matter of the statue, we should still come up with a few more ideas for the design. I'll have to trouble you to source some for me.
We could have just done that from the start. Yeah, you're right. They'll have some value as souvenirs at least.
Navia! Florent, guess who's back?
Huh? But aren't you supposed to...
Oh, well, if it isn't Coulter. Back already from the Fortress of Meripede?
That's right. I finally finished serving my time. Gotta say, turns out I was a lot tougher than I thought. After I got out, I immediately made a beeline back to Poisson. You could say that familiar, briny smell became a primal call, urging me to forget everything else and just come back home. You wouldn't believe how much I've missed Melissa's grilled fish. I dreamed about it every time I had to get a welfare meal down there underneath the sea.
It's good to have you back, Coulter. You look as well as ever.
And this guy is?
Let me introduce you. This is Coulter, another of Spina di Rosula's members. He was found guilty and sentenced to the Fortress of Meripede some time ago. But, looking at it now, it was probably another one of Marcel's plots while he worked at the Confrérie of Cabrières.
Wait, Mr. Marcel? What do you mean? He was involved in some sort of plot?
Have you not heard anything at all about the water from the primordial sea case?
Well, I know that Fontaine got flooded, but then the water levels miraculously receded. I thought that was all there was to it and didn't care to ask for any more details. Do you mean Mr. Marcel was somehow involved with all that?
Oh, looks like we'll have to explain everything from the top. That case, a lot of things have happened in Poisson since then. First things first, let me introduce you to these two. They're my most trusted partners, and they've been with me through thick and thin. Now you could call them Spina di Rosula's VIP helpers.
Oh, nice to meet you. I don't recall Navia ever generously complimenting anyone like that before, so you must be pretty amazing to get that from her.
Yeah, we are indeed pretty amazing. But we've been cool since before we even met her.
Humble again as always, I see. Even when I was totally sincere with my praise.
Nice. Spina di Rosula always seems to attract great people. Oh, that reminds me. Where are Malus and Silver? Aren't they all?
Oh no, they don't know. The Prometheus, he took them. It's sad that all the people who were victims of the Prometheus seawater can't be brought back. And if you don't know, the Prometheus seawater is also the same thing that gave them birth. All the Oceanaries that were once Oceanaries were infused with the Prometheus seed to make them into humans. Every single Fontanium. Now, that doesn't include the Fontanians that had babies and offsprings, who probably didn't know. So, yeah, that same water would affect them and it's really sad. So, is because of the original Archon, Zestiria, when she used it without permission, the Heavenly Principal punished her and all her people, all her Oceanaries that were turned into human. When Zestiria died, who succeeded her was Lord. She had to carry such a big burden, and she was appointed her successor. Using her new human form, she spent time learning the prophecy and everything, gaining the knowledge. So she was then picked as the Archon, using the new power and knowledge she got. In order to save all of Fontanium people, she would have to give her powers back. Since those powers she had as a Hydra Archon didn't really belong to her, they actually belonged to the dragons of the I butchered that. Somnian Lords. There were 7 of them. Navilet is one of them. He has been reincarnated back as a human instead of a dragon. So Focalor invited him, and then hoped that by having him work in the court of justice system, he would get used to humans, not resent humans, but love humans and side with humans. Which if that worked. If it didn't work, then the people of Fontaine would have been doomed. So Focalor's plan had a lot of risky moves, but it paid off in the long run. Hold on for a sec. Hello? All right, sorry about that. It's a scam caller. They keep calling, and when you call back the number, it don't work. Don't exist. Like, oh, the number is not reachable. The number doesn't dial or click. They're spoofing all over the world, try to steal from people. It's so damn annoying, guys. Like I was saying, the whole Primary Sea and the Oceanaries. Focalor was affected by the Primary Seawater, so the seawater could have easily have killed them too, and she used this time to conjure up a risky plan, but it paid off in the long run. Each move she played was calculated, but with its risk. Nevertheless, had not forgiven humans, while the human form reincarnated since the original dragon did die and was brought back with no memories. It paid off in the long run. Of course, Nevilet's still learning a lot of things. He's still in his early dragon human form ages, so. But the Hydro Archon powers from Zestiria to Focalor all really belong to Nevilet. So what Focalor did was she split herself. And by split, don't be fooled by the split. She cut off her divinity hood and her memories tied to it, leaving her with only the memories of day 1 of her becoming a human, and also not knowing her name, was Focalord. And then found that Divine Hood and the memories was trapped in the same weapon that was on the Hydra Archon and destroyed the Divine Seed, the Oryctris. The Focalord there acted only based on what Focalord has, set up and set up and planned. Or, oh, yeah, I mirror you. I can tell you your name is Farina, pretty much. Kind of setting it up like, oh, my name is Farina then. So, yeah, that's how Farina was born. Well, Focalord with no memories, no nothing, was named Farina. Her body and spirit was left intact, and then she gained a new name. Her mirror self, or aka Focalord, that she has set up, the Oryctris, and using the mirror as a connection way to her to talk to her and tell her what to do and everything, to play the role of Archon without anyone discovering it for at least about 500 years or so. Using that, Neuvillette would have had to take over and help with Fontaine stuff, while Frina would most likely dump the workload on him, which did work. He didn't resent it or that. He just wanted to know why and doing all this. So, yes, the Primordial Seawater did kill a lot of people during this time when someone got their hands on it. Of course, no, they would have been affected too, unless they were not for Fontaine. So it was a lot of problems with the whole Primordial Seawater. But now the seawater will not harm or kill the people, because Neuvillette has forgiven them for their sins, originally becoming human, overthrowing the Heavenly Principles curse which was placed on them. The prophecy was canceled out, because only a Dragon Lord Severin has the power and authority to cancel it out. And as he did, he canceled it out. Because that's his ability to create his own people. And I don't know about the other Dragon Lords. They each probably have the ability to create their own people using their powers of element. Like Venti is a wind spirit. But Venti took on a human form, so like that, for example. Oh man. So yeah, if you don't know, Farina Focalord, Farina is Focalord, but she's going by her new identity as Farina. But she kind of gets the gist of what happening going on, so her other self did apologize to her. But now, Focalord, aka Farina, can now live a normal life, not be burdened. Even it came at the cost of keeping her memories, of knowing everything. But Farina does know pretty much most of the gist, so. Because they were in sync. Body and spirit were both in sync until the final curtain of the blade hitting the Hydra Archon. In order for the Archon to die, only the Archon would die, but not the human or spirit version of Focalord won't die, which was Farina. Because, they have a different new identity, separate from Focalord, so the blade would only kill Hydra Archon, not both of them. So that was the biggest gamble she took. Because had she been wrong one time, Farina would have probably died along with Divinity, but with the memories too. By proving that she was weak, incompetent, and everything, it paved the way for her to be freed. So yeah, crazy story. But yeah, that water also did affect Farina as well. It was less concentrated though, so it did left burn marks on her. Even the Archon would be affected because even before splitting herself, the Archon was affected by the Primordial Seawaters as well. Even though they have the divine authority and power, and they can stop their aging because they're divine, they can place immortality on themselves. Well, during those 500 years, Focalord did kind of put it on Farina. 500 years, the curse on her just to make her live, because that was necessary for the plan to work. Of course, when the divinity who had died, that ability was removed from Farina. Now Farina can age like a normal Fontainium person does, so, or like any normal human. Risky move. She played such a risky gamble, but she won in the end. And then you get these debates, people saying, "Oh, Farina's not the Archon," and Farina was always the Archon. Not by the name Farina, but as Focalord. Farina is Focalord. Was always the Archon. She just split her powers away from her, along with the memories, to make herself incompetent in order to make this plan work. It was a very risky plan. But because of her being incompetent, people blamed Farina, blaming her for all the people's deaths, the Primordial Sea, and those two were hit by the Primordial Sea. That's why they're not here. So, let's continue.
Coulter, a lot of things happened while you were gone. As you can see, even Poisson isn't quite the same as how it was before you left.
They lost their lives, keeping me safe during the flood.
What did you say? This isn't some kind of morbid welcome home prank, right? You're just scaring me on purpose because I don't know anything about what's happened.
No, it's
I'm
true.
sorry, but it's the truth. They weren't the only people we lost either. Many others, including Melissa, also lost their lives in the disaster.
Luce and Melissa, dead. They're just gone? Luce, I was planning to give him a surprise gift once I ran into him again in town. I can't believe it.
If only there was a way to bring them back, but there's nothing. Well, there's one way to bring them back. It's to turn back time. The only person who has that authority is one of the Shades. They can use that ability. They can turn back time, bring back all the people who were lost. But if they did, then they could easily overthrow Focalord's plan. So that most likely won't happen.
Hey, keep it together.
Malus and Coulter were friends for many years, and even served on many missions together during the early days of the Spina. I can understand how he feels.
Let's sit down somewhere, so I can tell you everything that has happened while you were gone. Fair warning, there was a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot to take in. So, it's kind of sad Focalord won't be able to carry out her justice against the Heavenly Principle. But she still can. Renee actually could carry it on after living her normal life. She was to go back and try to become strong, a very strong human, improve her swordplay from this, or actual real swordplay. Renee would probably easily defeat the Heavenly Principle, for sure. To get the justice for what happened to her people, herself, the pain and suffering, the losing of her memories and divinehood. So that could be Farina, aka Focalord's time to get back at Heavenly Principle. I kind of hope something like that does happen, but hard to know with Hoyoverse.
All of this, it's unbelievable. I can't believe that those stories were real. It all really happened.
I think you and I both feel the same way about the profound tragedy of Melusa's loss. And the sheer depravity of Marcel's actions.
I thought Mr. Marcel would always stand by the Spina. Everything he had, the Spina gave to him. It's unconscionable to have received all that, and yet still plot to kidnap and dissolve you for his insane research.
The good news is that the Confrérie of Cabriere is no more. Gone with them too is the entire synth manufacturing and distribution network. We finally closed the curtain on that long struggle.
Are you sure? But if Marcel wanted to rebel against us, he probably sent word in secret to Romeu.
Romu?
Huh. Not a name I've heard before either.
Florent should remember him. You see, there was once a major internal dispute regarding funding the construction of the Aquabus lines. Romeu was the leader of the faction that thought such a vast sum of mora would be better spent improving the town of Poisson. But Mr. Callis believed that an opportunity to collaborate with the Court of Fontaine and the Fontaine Research Institute was hard to come by, and would allow us to build many valuable relationships. Not only would the Aquabus be a good business investment, it would also boost our reputation among the general populace, eventually paying us massive dividends down the line. But the two couldn't come to an agreement. Romeu ended up taking a lot of people with him when he left Spino di Rosula altogether, and the split was on extremely bad terms.
Ugh. And with Papa's stubbornness, I can definitely imagine how it must have gone down.
And of course, when he was suffering the slings and arrows of outrageous injustice, those relationships that he spent a fortune to build didn't help in the least.
Yeah, you could say it was the price he paid for sticking to his beliefs.
Oh, that's a good point. If Callus was really as stubborn as you say, then wouldn't he have argued with the rank and file all the time?
Oh yeah, it eventually became a thing that just happened on every day that ended with Y. But Navia, boss, you might not know this, but he wasn't always like that. He used to be a lot better with taking counsel. With him listening to our advice, and Ms. Clementine also frequently on our side, it was pretty smooth sailing for a good many years. But on the matter of the Aquabus, even Ms. Clementine completely stood by Mr. Callus's side.
Huh. I never knew. But from my perspective, Romeu's position had a lot going for it. Couldn't they have sat down and talked it out?
I think the Aquabus was just the straw that broke the camel's back. On that topic, they eventually came to a rather radical conclusion. They believed that Miss Clementine lost her ability to serve as an impartial mediator when she became pregnant with Callus's child.
So, they thought she had betrayed them? But that doesn't make any sense. Before she was their mediator, my mother was also her own person, and a member of the Spina. She should have the right to take any side she wished.
Yeah, but to them, even taking a side was betrayal enough. They felt like their voices could no longer be heard once their sole mediator had gone over to the other side. Of course, Ms. Clementine then passed away, and Mr. Callus began to regard the completion of the Aquabus project as her final wish. With that, the last hope of reconciliation was gone.
So that's what happened.
From that point on, Romeu and his people cut ties with the Spina. It never gave us any kind of professional or personal courtesy ever again. Perhaps they've regarded us as enemies ever since they left. But even so, there is still no proof that they ever acted in concert with Marcel.
I've also heard that they aren't in a good financial position, so they've been lying low for a while. But as long as they exist, they'll continue to be a threat.
Huh. I think Coulter's got a point. Both Marcel and Romeu had my father in their sights for a very long time. Even though Marcel's faction has been dissolved, we still don't know anything about Romeu's whereabouts. If they're still trying to get revenge on us, with how distracted and vulnerable we are, now would be the best time.
Good thinking, boss. We should keep an eye on them at all times. I'll let my men know right away.
Thank you for that, Florent. And Coulter, thank you for telling me about this as well.
Don't worry, it's nothing. Do you have a moment right now? How about we go out for a walk? I've heard so many incredulous things today. I'm finding it a bit hard to calm down even now. I mean, to think that I'll just never see them again.
In that case, why don't we go back to the court? I can pick up Adele's uniform while we're there as well. It'll save Laurent's guys a trip. Want to come with me again, you two? You don't mind, do you, Coulter?
Of course. That's fine by me.
Then let's go! Paimon feels like a lot's hinging on this visit.
We really are the best of partners. Come on, let's go.
Before we continue, we're going to take a short break. Right back. Don't go nowhere, and we'll be back. All right, guys, we are back. But before we start, I'm gonna go ahead and eat some lunch here. I got some. Well, I ordered some pizza from uptown, and I saw there was the Burrito King Trot, who have good steak tacos. Can't say good. They have good chicken tacos, like their tacos, and they have some other good options there and some rice. I was like, damn, it'd be nice if our town did some type of announcement. They don't. Also, it is pretty cold, so I'm surprised they would be out there selling in the cold, so it's pretty cool. Truck isn't here all the time, but most of the time. I'll post some pictures on the other social medias later. They posted it to my main page. I'm not done eating, so remind me as I try to play and eat. Kind of like multitask.
Are we not taking the boat this time?
It's nice to walk from time to time, isn't it? Think of it as something like a hiking trip. Once we're there, we can stay a few days before we return.
Sounds good. I haven't walked this road in a long time.
A little remove boost.
Take it. Go on. You have my approval.
There it is.
Shower me with praise. Well, we've walked far enough for now. Let's take a break. Since we're out for a walk, we shouldn't stress too much about the destination.
I've grown old, so I'm not as fit as before. It's a good thing that at least my work down in the fortress was quite the workout.
Well, Paimon thinks you're doing great. We didn't have to slow down for you at all.
Back in the days before the aquabus lines were built, we often had to hike north with our goods, then catch a boat to the court. Malus and I must have traveled this way hundreds of times. When we were tired, we would lay down for a while on the grass, and when we were hungry, we'd catch a fish or two. The Spina was still on the rise back then. Mr. Callus was generous, and everyone had the chance to strike it rich. So, of course, we all worked really hard. And now, in the blink of an eye, the aquabus lines have been built, and this road has fallen into disuse. Oh, I know. I was just being a little nostalgic.
Then let's stay here a bit longer. Anyone want snacks?
Oh, is this another chance to try some of Navia's macarons? Paimon's been dreaming of them.
Yep, I figured you wouldn't say no to a few more. Oh, wait. Let me check if I have all the ingredients. Malus and Silver used to take care of tasks like this. Okay, the stove's looking good. And as for the ingredients, seems like we're all out of flour and sugar. The two most important ingredients of all. Oh, would you? Oh, but it would be too much to ask you to go on a trip just for those.
We should contribute to making the macaron too. Don't worry, we cook out in the wild all the time, so she should have some stuff on hand.
Oh, that's great. Then I'll leave the ingredient gathering to you. As long as we have some sweet flowers and wheat, I can start the baking.
Then I'll go look for some boxes nearby for a makeshift table and chairs.
Great. Then I'll prep the stove. Let's get to work, everyone. Ah, how did it go? Did you find the ingredients? You've all done your part. Just leave the rest to me.
Whoa, these macarons look and taste magnificent! Your cooking is as good as ever, Navia.
Boss's baking skills have always been famous. Everyone in the Spina knows how exceptionally talented she is.
Oh, it's just a hobby. There's no need to praise me for it like that.
Have you two seriously never considered joining us? You're so close to the boss, and she obviously trusts you with all her heart, so... Oh, I see. Is that why you have to always stay on the road?
You just happened to walk in on our little reunion. It's actually been quite a while since we last spent time together. Adventurers never stay in one place for long. The name of Spina di Rosula would just tie them down. Besides, after everything we've been through together, I'm sure our hearts would remain intertwined even if we found ourselves on opposite sides of the world.
Even if Paimon was far beyond the horizon, she'd still remember the delicious taste of Navia's macaron.
I understand now. Then I am very lucky indeed to have been graced with the chance to meet the two of you. I will endeavor to make the most of this short yet fortuitous encounter, and enjoy every moment we spend together.
We've got no wine with us, but let's still toast with water, in celebration of this moment.
Cheers! Hey, what are you doing? Quick, join in on the toast!
May your travels go smoothly, may the Spina continue to grow, and may our friendship last until the end of time.
I believe that was a really short character quest. That would have been more to it. Give me a second. Oh, God damn it. I hate that Norton keeps opening up stuff and forcing me to do stuff. Norton's kind of gotten really, like, become junk war. Oh, we can't do any more because one of the characters is in another quest.
Huh? Do you also see Navia and Clorand over there? They look like they might have run into some kind of trouble. Let's go check out what's going on.
They won't let us complete that quest because we're deadlocked in this other quest.
Still no dice?
Not at all. And I've asked pretty much everyone in the court of Fontaine already. Lynette's ears drooped as soon as she heard that we'd have to be out and about for days on end. And Fremine, he hid himself under his helmet as soon as he realized there'd be people around that he didn't know.
What about Chiori and Charlotte? I feel like both of them would be more than up to it.
I've asked them already, but they're both pretty busy right now. I just gave the members of the Spina a few days off, too, so I don't want to bother them either.
This is getting pretty difficult.
Navia, Clorand, what's up?
Oh my. Well, if it isn't my dear partners, how are you all doing?
Huh. Navia?
Huh? Oh, you mean...
Yep, this is our chance.
Uh-oh.
Do you need our help with something?
Oh, precisely. My dear partners, we've got a huge problem right now that only you can solve.
Whoa, for real?
Absolutely. We've already exhausted all our other options.
Traveler, Paimon, would you join us and play Marechaussee Hunter Judgment Day?
Marechaussee what now?
It's a new game script by the Tabletop Troupe, a local roleplay adventure club.
Ever heard of the Tabletop Troupe? They put out games that allow you to participate in a story and roleplay characters with your friends. Oh, I've loved their stuff ever since I was a kid.
That sounds super interesting.
Clorand and I are both veteran members of the club. Recently, someone came up with a new script and was looking for people to help playtest it for them. And when they asked, of course I couldn't refuse. I mean, come on! A brand new script? Nobody has ever played it before.
Generally speaking, scripts at that level of development have a lot of issues, but I think this one is pretty solid. The author obviously put a lot of work into the story, and the world building is also quite credible.
Whoa. I know I was the one that handed you the script, but some of us haven't read it yet. No spoilers, please.
Anyway, the script calls for a team of 4. Ah, yes. We're missing one final player right now.
So, you're saying you'll help us out? I knew I could count on you, partner.
Paimon and the Traveler are kind of a package deal. Is that okay?
That's not a problem. I'll adjust the pace based on the actual number of players and ensure that everyone has a good time.
Well, Traveler, what do you think? Wanna play? Paimon will follow your lead.
Well, that solves our problem. You have our thanks.
Woohoo! I'll go grab the script manager from the club right away.
The script manager? Didn't you just say that you gave Clorand the script?
The club introduced a completely new kind of gameplay for the script. In this iteration, the Game Master's version of the script is incomplete. The script manager provides the next part of the script only after players have completed the current list of objectives. On top of that, in order to increase player immersion, the club has created some of the story's sets and scenes in real life, We'll only know where we should go once the script manager reveals the starting location.
Wow, you're right. Whoever wrote this script really did put in a lot of work.
And it's got a real healthy amount of suspense, right? I mean, even the GM doesn't know how the story will end.
I look forward to experiencing it with you all.
Why don't you go meet up with the others first? They should all be waiting at Chioria Boutique. I'll come over with the script manager as soon as I find them.
Sounds good. Remember to always watch where you're going, and don't rush.
You say that like I'm 6 years old or something. Let me think. What kind of character should I play this time?
I just hope you'll pick up some useful skills this time. Oh, and stop trying to persuade every animal you come across.
What the? Man, I kind of wish some of these character quests had Frina in it. We need more Frina content, guys. Seriously. We need more of our beloved normal Archon. If Frina's in it, it's so point blank. Oh, yeah. Speaking of something, with First Lord, apparently with First Lord, well, I can't say if it's accurate or not. Based on a diagram, someone made a diagram. First Lord pretty much had this when they first became human. But over time, when they gained knowledge, they had this attire, long hair. But when they separated the divinity, divinehood, well, let's say just the divinity and the memories. Well, we get day one Farina, well, day one First Lord again, but without knowing their name is First Lord, renamed as Farina, and their divinehood is in the Oritrix. So, yeah, kind of like that. I'll be honest, the nation of Fontaine is probably one of the best nations out of the other nations. Big, wide, plus it's near the water. Oh, Reina's in here.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
You're back! Huh? And you've got the Traveler and Paimon with you too!
What a pleasant surprise. I assume you'll be joining us for the game then?
Linny, Farina! Paimon didn't know you were playing too. Are you also members of the tabletop troupe?
I'm more of a casual member, if anything. I haven't taken part in many formal club activities. Lynette, Fremine, and I play something similar at the Hotel Bouffe Tété sometimes, but I'm usually the GM. Still, I'm sure it'll be fun being a player for the first time. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I'm not a member of the club at all. Claran simply woke me up first thing this morning, said there was a good script worth experiencing, and asked if I wanted in.
If you're interested, I can give you a referral. That should give you a 40% discount on membership fees.
I think I'll wait to see how this experience plays out first, especially when it comes to the quality of the script. If it's sufficiently fun, then I'll join.
Do you participate in a lot of tabletop troupe activities, Clarinde?
You could say that. She's actually one of the few senior game masters of the troupe.
Right. I knew about that even when she was still my subordinate.
It's nothing. Really, just a small hobby of mine.
Wow. Paimon's so used to seeing you be all upstanding and intimidating as the champion duelist. It's kind of hard to imagine you role-playing with a bunch of friends.
Surely you jest. I would never intentionally make things difficult for my players. I maintain a clear boundary between my professional and personal lives. The me you see at court represents the law and order of Fontaine. I put all personal feelings to the side and grant a fair duel to all who seek to defend their honor. But in my personal life, I'm just an ordinary person. Someone who feels anger and sadness. just like everyone else.
Well, you say that, but for all the time I've known you, I don't think I've ever seen you cry. I've seen you get angry, sure, but now I'm wondering whether you were actually mad or if it just looked that way from the outside.
I was probably in work mode during those times.
Is that so? Well, in any case, I just feel like even in your personal life, you don't get emotional very often.
So you want to see me cry? That might be a little difficult. A show of anger, though, that might be something I could accomplish.
No, that's not what I meant.
Well, at least Farina showed up in the quest, so outside of the events, because normally only in the event.
I'm back! Here, allow me to introduce you to the script manager, Mr. Florian.
Pleasure to meet you all.
Wait, are you a champion duelist too, Mr. Florian?
Oh, no. This is just the costume provided by the club. I occasionally play a few of the roles in my scripts.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It's nothing. It's the least we can do to give the players a more immersive experience. Anyway, allow me to give you a brief introduction of the script. This script was adapted from the real history of the Marashose Hunters. You all will play the role of hunters from a bygone era and resolve a series of events unfolding in the capital.
Paimon's not super familiar with the history of the Marashose Hunters. Is that a problem?
Oh, no problem at all. I can give you a brief rundown. So, basically, Marashose Hunters were people who dedicated themselves to hunting monsters and protecting the city by using a special swordsmanship technique passed down over generations. Their story can be traced back to the ancient Remurian dynasty, as well as the first hunter, Cassiodor. But I'll leave the finer details for you to seek out and discover later.
And I'll provide additional commentary as the story progresses.
In that case, brave hunters, are you ready to set out on an unknown adventure?
Whoa, just one sentence and it's like we're in the story already!
Aha, I see many a determined gaze before me. Very well, head over to this location and begin your heroic journey.
So, as we follow the story, it leads us to specific scenes? Ooh, sounds pretty innovative. What does the message in the envelope say?
It's the exact location of the scene, as well as the formal permission to use the venue. Seems like they have everything prepared. Please check all your belongings, everyone, and make sure you haven't forgotten anything. Once you're ready, please follow me to the designated location.
Sounds good! Hunter Squad, move out!
All set? Let's move out then. I asked some old acquaintances in town to make Adele's uniform, so we should be able to pick it up right away.
Well, it's nice seeing some characters make a show. Because I did not do the Chori event, which did have Freyna in it, which did had oh god, let's go to character archives. What is her name? It's about the ice girl and her brother. There's one sister. Oh, there we go. So Ayaka, yeah. Ayaka and her brother, yeah, they were in the event. Shuri, right here. So yeah. Sadly, I didn't get Corinne like I wanted to back then. Just didn't have enough. And yeah, we didn't get Marika either. Yeah, we're never playing that crap. I don't know why Genshin even bothered. So yeah, there's quite a few characters we don't have. So if you guys like Cloud Retainer in her human form, by her other name. I do need a good Geo. I was hoping Nadia would have been a good choice, but didn't roll for her banner that time. I think it was because I was saving for Torch, you know. Let's see. Yeah, Lenny, I still need to get Lenny too. Normally I don't roll, but I want to get the sibling pairs. I have Remnant, so it makes sense to have the whole sibling pair. I don't care. These are characters I would never probably roll for. Don't care. Tenari, I would definitely roll for Tenari because, you know, I like Tenari's design. It's kind of a shame what happened with the whole VA thing, which was annoying. I keep getting... Hello, who's this calling? Hello there, Mark. I know you're a scammer from overseas, so please stop stealing. Bye. Ease. A call. We need another. Ito definitely, because, you know, we all know who the true leader of the Akiba game is. Noble here. And yeah, we got our guest character. Peach, we never really use. I actually did try to roll for Kokimiya, but I gave up on that and went with you and Mia. And also Ayaka. I actually did wanted to get John Lee for the shield because he was the best Geo for shield. So never got him, even though I didn't have enough back then. Definitely would not roll. The mother though, if they added her, please mother, I would definitely roll for her. But yeah, not for Klee though. A lot of people don't know. Look carefully at Klee's ears and her mother's ears. Klee's way much older than you guys think she might be. And the problem is her getup kind of makes it like, oh no, she's really a kid, but technically is much older than your normal average human. I'm pretty sure it's different for elves. They grow at a much slower pace than the others. So probably what thousands of years from now, Klee will be like her mother. And don't forget, Klee has a bigger lifespan than normal humans. Like, oh shit. Oh, what's the name I'm looking for? I'm having one of those things where you forget. Donley, Donyu, Hotel, they're all those yoka things or whatever you want. No, that's they're like Gunyu has another form, a big giant ball of cloud. Fuck man, I forgot the goddamn name. Adepti, yeah, Adepti. Adeptis have a bigger lifespan than normal humans. Like all the Adeptis and elf type characters will definitely mostly outlive all the human type characters in here. Sadly, we all know she's very strong. Pretty sure human. Well, see, is definitely she's a Musolene, but I don't know the lifespan of Musolene. A Musolene that actually took on a human form, kind of surprising. Oh yeah, there's a lot of things. We all know Marika here is a human, but I think her method of living for a long time is similar to immortality, but it had her travel throughout time. Though I don't know how much of her actual body does grow. Well, speaking, I would assume because she still has her noses. I would assume she's using some type of immortality, ultra aging. We all know Silly has lived for over 300 years. She has a different lifespan. It might have something to do with her being a spirit medium and also in a shaman. So, and for her to be so powerful before even requiring your name is really amazing. Definitely human. Dirk, we all know she's human from another world, but she's using abyssal power. So we don't really know much about her lifespan. It could have been altered by the abyss to live longer or not. It all depends. And then our Yoka demon, like Yuki here, definitely will live long. Normal human. I would assume close to the elf tribe because Glee has ears, but I don't think they're elves, but it's kind of hard to know. We can't say human, but not human. It's kind of hard to say. We'll put him in the same category as Nevilet. The dragons have a very long lifespan. Where is our Nevilet? Here we go. Once a dragon, now reborn as a human. Why we see his little dragon antennas there. I would assume he has the ability to shift from human form to a dragon form. So. And let's not forget, like, John Lee had done the same thing, changing different forms. John Lee has altered their form many times. We all know Raiden is actually inside of her blade. This is just her puppet. And actually, if you use that and also the villain Filter from the Fatui, their same concept kind of similar to Focalord, but a little different. Like, Focalord's body and spirit means just Farina. So, between Farina, Doter, and Raiden, their situation with their vessels are very unique. But anyway, that rests my case. So, before we continue, we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back. I can actually get my mouse to move. So we'll be right back. All right, we're back. Let's try to finish.
Hey there, Ludovine. How's business lately?
The Demoiselle of Spina de Rosula. I must say, your generous patronage is the one thing keeping me from going bankrupt.
Nonsense. We all know what a talented businesswoman you are. Oh, and don't forget, she's the boss now.
My mistake, my mistake. I just got so used to calling her Demoiselle. Are you here for the uniform?
Yep. I forgot to drop by earlier when I was running errands around here.
I didn't expect Demoiselle to come and pick it up in person. It's just a uniform after all. Any of your folks could have come instead.
Navia's always liked to take even small things seriously.
Hey, that's not the only reason I'm here. We mostly just needed a walk to clear our heads. There are few things more uplifting than taking the first step on a new journey.
Boss has got a point. Going on a trip with friends is always better than staying cooped up at home.
Very well. Please, wait here while I retrieve the uniform for you.
Can someone remind Paimon again why Adele wants to join the Spina?
She hasn't given me any concrete reasons. All she says is that she really looks up to me. After we cleared her father's name, she became a lot more cheerful and outgoing. It's probably because she now knows for sure that her father was never a bad person. She said she used to be terrified of Papa, so as a result, she found all the rest of the Spina super scary as well. But the Spina is very different now. She mustered up the courage to talk to me, and felt like I could really understand her. Yeah, you could say that. By uncovering the truth about the case, I was able to give her closure at the same time. She said that she wanted to become
I love how
someone
no
like
one's
me,
paying attention to the
someone
guy
who could
hiding
lend a
around
hand
there.
to others, instead of standing still and waiting for others to help her.
From the sound of it, she'll be a wonderful addition to the Spina.
I think so too. But for now, let's focus on giving her a great atmosphere to grow and thrive. She can commit to us once she's older, and can really make that decision for herself.
Is something up, Traveler? Huh? Tailing? Oh, Paimon's coming.
I'll go check it out too. Coulter, please hold on to this for me.
All right.
Paimon's having too. They headed up.
Stop right there!
We knew you were going to be difficult.
Seems like if we want them to talk, we're gonna need to teach them a lesson first.
Brothers, there's no need to skulk in the dark anymore. Let's take them out!
Feeling lucky? This one's got your name on it! Where'd that come from? Now, talk. Who are you? And why were you tailing us?
Don't think we'll let you off easy if you keep silent.
How did it go, boss? Are any of you hurt?
If you thought they stood any chance against us, you were sorely mistaken. Anyway, stop playing tough and start talking. There won't be any room for negotiation once the Maison Gardiennage gets involved.
We're looking to get vengeance on Spina di Rosula. We were discovered and can't beat you in a fight. We admit it. We lost.
Get revenge? Wait, you're not Romeu's followers, are you?
You actually know that name? But if you do, then surely you should understand why we hate you so much.
Indeed. You haven't got the faintest hope of winning right now.
We were out drinking when we saw Navia. We got so angry we decided to follow you guys and look for an opportunity to really mess up your day. Too bad you guys messed up ours first. Huh? You're pretty sharp, but so what? We didn't do anything. And now it should be pretty obvious that we can't do anything to you anyway. Seeing you like that just really ticked us off. And we let the drink go to our heads.
Listen, Callus is long dead. No matter what happened in the past, I want to be able to start things anew. I am the current president of Spina di Rosula. If your boss wants to talk with me, I'd be happy to meet with him. I won't press charges for your attack. That should also help demonstrate my sincerity.
I understand. Thank you. I'll let our boss know.
But if you so much as think about pulling something like this again, I won't be so lenient next time. Understood?
All right. We get it. Come on, let's go.
Hope they get it.
Are you sure it's okay to just let them go like that, Navia?
I don't want to inherit my father's grudges, too. Moreover, when it comes to the Aquabus, I don't think what my father did was entirely correct either. If the other side is willing to talk, I'm happy to open the door for a reconciliation. Opportunities for new beginnings are all around us.
I support Boss's decision as well. The concept of an eye for an eye is a primitive practice that has no place in today's Spina di Rosula.
Yes. Plus, we already know that they're strapped for cash. If their financial situation is that dire, they don't have what it takes to challenge us. So this may be the best time to talk. I still think we should keep an eye out for Romeu's folks, though. If he decides to ignore the warning I gave his men, then we could still have a fight on our hands.
Yeah, those guys definitely didn't look like big fans of yours.
I'd rather things not go that far, since, though we haven't talked to each other for years, once upon a time we were all a part of the Spina di Rosula family.
Yep, that's how I feel as well. Anyway, now that we've sent them packing, we don't have to worry about those guys anymore. It's getting late already, so why don't we stay the night in the Fleuve Cendre? We can head back to Poisson tomorrow. I'll also ask someone to write Florent a letter and inform him of everything that happened here today, so he can increase security around Poisson and be on guard against any suspicious individuals.
Do we have to stay in the Fleuve Cendre again? Even the pillows there smell like seaweed.
Sorry, that's just what happens when you live near water and don't get much sunlight. Poisson's pretty much the same though, so I've long since gotten used to it. We can still go out in the evening for some grilled fish and drinks though. Bet you there'll be people singing sea shanties too. How does that sound?
Huh. That does sound pretty cool. Okay, Paimon's on board now. Let's go. Paimon wants to sing too.
Down to the lower half.
space is starting to grow on Paimon. If you think about it, it would be kind of weird if the Spina's base at the court was some super luxurious building like the Palais Mermonia.
Totally. Right on the money, Paimon. Although, of course, with the continued growth of the Spina, Papa wanted Poisson to eventually grow into a metropolis, not unlike the court. He was a very ambitious man, who rarely looked behind or beneath him. For better or worse, that always made him stand out from the crowd.
And that's also why people hated him just as much as they loved him.
All right. Why don't you go wait for me at the restaurant? I'll go do some prep and I'll get someone to tidy up your room while I'm at it. You can use the same room as last time. You still remember the room number, yeah?
Yep. Kinda hard to forget when there are only so many rooms here after all.
Oh, did I just hear someone taking a dig at Fleuve Cendre? I'll tell my guys to stuff your pillows full of actual seaweed right now.
Oh, Paimon, sorry! Please have mercy, Navia! If you do that, then Paimon really won't be able to sleep at all!
I was just kidding. Be on your way now.
Okay.
No problem's too big to solve. Those parts. Let's take it.
Hello? Are you asleep yet? Oh, no, not at all. I just figured that since we don't get to enjoy nights like these very often, we should try to enjoy it to the fullest. Wanna go fishing? I've got some rods and lures ready.
Oh, so that's the prep you were talking about. Sure, we'll come.
Hopefully I didn't wake you or anything. I knew it. You really are my best partner. Okay, let's go. To the fishing spot.
The best partner. Alright, we're gonna go to the actual hunting portion. But we're gonna be swamping our story. Oh, get him! Get him!
Fulfill our pact.
Ah, I missed my opportunity. I'll mark this spot. Well, it's kind of hard. It won't let me. To mark it, like. Let's actually go ahead and turn in our stuff.
Add Astra.
Put our teapot home. If it's been docked.
This realm is true.
We need to collect some more rock. There's so much stuff. It's gonna take a while to collect.
If you ever have...
so many pieces of fence.
I want.
Okay. And there we go. I'm gonna be honest, I really need to rechange the whole customization on this landscape for my teapot. I know I could do a way better landscaping if I have all the supplies unlocked. But box to save. Uh think the place that gets the most energy is how it works, I think. Let me go look at Toby.
This realm is truly.
No. That's Arcane. And there's nothing higher than that. They need to add more in here to go higher than a Keen. We could switch out our other characters or other characters to learn, but decrease their friendship points.
I do there was once ping in our old friend. That is why I.
Oh, we got something. Yeah, I have Lynette here, Rena here, and I have a few more other characters. I have Billy over here, and Javi over here. We just got Paimon in it, but inside the place we have Raiden and everyone else. Because we only have so much companions. This is like my home, but I want to make it fancier, nicer. Once I accumulate enough and buy everything from the shop, then I'll spend some time creating better stuff in here. Hopefully. Oh.
Take me up.
We got our own stage. When you hold Frena's card, she doesn't do like this or this. This. You're gonna just switch this modes. So. It's obvious the way how Frena fights is that of someone who's acting. So. Yeah, I still am trying to improve. Goal is to get more weapon refinements. Kind of wasted it. Yeah, I had like a lot. I think I had 22 and then also more of that. I was trying to pull Calabane out here. Not laid out, not very fortunate, and then I stopped. I think the reset is 3 days from now. I'm gonna have to reaccumulate again.
Boring. Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up my stream here for now. We'll pick back up on this portion of the stream. I'm actually gonna title this stream, since it did have Rena. I'm gonna title it F, and then put that into place because I want to keep everything that's Rena related tied. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching. I hope to see you guys again. Seriously, it's been a really sad day. So, the reason why I went AFK is because I was talking with her. She called back. Apparently, they don't put you to sleep when they stick you with the tubing into your body. They just have you lay flat. this for her to start her dialysis. So please give the moms, like, pray for her and everything you know, pray stuff, get some good vibe energy over. I'm not asking for anything like donations or anything, but if you guys do, I will appreciate it. That would go towards helping her and getting her anything she needs, like medical equipment wise, whatever. But most of this should be covered through her insurance, hopefully. And I'm trying to get her a bigger kimono when she has to go to the bathroom, because the one they provided her was too small. And we tried to get a Switch, but they wouldn't want to switch it for a bigger one. I don't know why. Probably have to try again. Maybe they'll might switch this time. I don't know. Probably get her a bigger walker. A little like bigger walker. Not the one she walked with legs lifted up and that. One with the rolls, because that's the current one we have, but she needs a little bigger one. Ah, man. Guys, take care of your parents. Like, seriously, if your parents have kidney problems, health problems, take care of them. Don't be a complete asshole or ignorant. Like, seriously, because remember, guys, you only get one life to live. Enjoy your guys' life. Help your parents. Be nice. Because without them, they wouldn't have, brought you into this world and everything. When you lose your parents, it's really sad. And it's like the same thing for parents. They don't want to lose their kids before them. No one should want to lose a loved one or a family member. And it's real sad and it does hurt. I don't want to talk about it because it's sad, so... And stage 5 kidney failure. And... really tough. Really tough. Stage 5 starts at 15%. She was at 9%. Now she's at 5%. And I'm hoping they got her on the transplant list, because I don't know. So they said you have to be a candidate and you have to meet certain requirements, but that's I call bullshit on that. Hospitals, but you have to weigh a certain amount of weight for it. Because I guess when they have to cut you open, to cut off the bad kidneys and replace it with the new ones, whatever. I think they attached the good one to the one side that is functional, or they added on to it and then boom, something like that. I don't know the full thing about it, but I'm hoping she can get a kidney transplant ASAP, find someone who's compatible with her, because she's only 54 years old, guys. That's still pretty young in my book. I see people who are in their 60s, 70s, and 80s. None of them have kidney. Like, we don't smoke, we don't drink. We don't drink alcohol. There's no alcohol in this house. No smoking or drugs or anything. But we try to eat as healthy as possible. I know before then, restaurant guys, don't run to the restaurant 24/7. Restaurant food is not good for your health. Restaurant food would tear you up, kill you. Restaurant food is not the best way to eat. Making your own home-cooked meals is the safest route, but also home-cooked meals can also be as bad as restaurant foods, because it depends on where you buy your food products and meats from. And also avoid eating processed foods that can harm your kidneys or your organs, or overeating it. So it's a really tough thing, guys. You got to balance it, balance what you eat and take each and every day. And you have to exercise at least 30 minutes a day, guys. If you do more than 30 minutes of exercise daily, then that's good. If you walk a lot, that's good. You don't want to lose muscle strength, mass strength. You don't want to lose muscle mass, leg strength either, or being able to lift yourself up and get out from the bed. Guys, I'm her personal assistant. I've been doing way more than what a personal assistant should be doing. Where she should have her own nurse assistant coming here. And I've been trying to look for helpers who can handle that portion. Because I'm already handling all her major stuff, like her bills. I always ask her, like, this is the bill you want me to take care of and pay and stuff. Take care of it. If she doesn't want something from the store, I go get it. It's this, that, not this, that. Like, it's really tough, guys. Look, I might be a small time streamer. I don't make a lot of money doing this. I do this because I love doing it for fun. If I could make some money through here and stuff, any money I make through here would go towards buying, fixing up equipment, or towards the bills or whatever, to help our family circumstance, help improve my stream. It can go towards either of them. Whatever I do with it, I will tell you guys. So, your guys' help and support, like tipping, donating, subscribing to me on Twitter, or whatever platform I'm on. Yeah. So I could be on this platform, or I could be on this platform. And, or whatever links I provide that has where you guys can do this and that. Remember, the extra help does come in handy. Guys, share me, talk to your family, talk to your brothers and sisters, talk to your mom and dad. Let the fight aside, stop fighting amongst yourselves. Don't be ignorant, don't let ignorance ruin what you guys have. We already live in a dark enough world where we have bad things going on everywhere. We don't need more bad stuff in our own lives and family lives. And sometimes it may not even be you who's the problem. It might be the other person who's the problem. And I know it's very hard. Just remember an important fact. You get one life to live here on this plane of existence. Whatever is on the next plane of existence for the next, after crossing over into that territory, we don't know. If we did, we probably could talk to our deceased loved ones. But we have no idea what's beyond the border here. And that is a very scary and very sad thing. I hope there would be another whole new life to relive life again. Or maybe it's a repeat of this life. Who knows? Better outcomes, better choices. I'm gonna be honest, I'm more like a futuristic person. I believe we have all these things, medical thing, breakthroughs, robots, AIs, defense equipment, nanobots, kind of like nanomachines, metagear, nanobots that can help heal our injuries, repair our tissue damaged organs, all that type of stuff. So, and I see my line keeps going off for different things. But yeah, I'm more of a visionary that believes in the new technology that can come. Like, they're building rocket ships, we build an airship, spaceship. Ah, man. I want to wrap all this up, so anyone who's watching my current stream or after streams, please improve yourself, open your mind, don't be closed mind, don't be ignorant, none of that. Take care of your family, love your family, even if they don't love you, I guess. It's what it is at the end of the day, so we already live in a horrible world with horrible corrupted powers in our government and horrible corrupted powers in who's our president and everything. So we don't get to choose who, well, actually technically we get to choose, but it comes down to the people who vote. Sometimes people vote out of fear, sometimes people vote because they get paid or extorted or what. However the root causes, do a better job at, self and stuff, standing up for what's right from wrong. But don't take, bad actions, take good action. Every angle. Now, I just hope someone's actually listening to the shit because I'll be honest. To be honest, this life is a very scary one, but at the same time, it's not. Only scary because you don't know what other people are going to do in it. That could either harm you or affect you in any way. So, that's all I gotta say. I definitely want to continue streaming, but I'm gonna stop here because I gotta put the NBA game call my mom at the NBA game for her because she loves basketball. So favorite team is the Bulls because we live in Illinois. There's nothing to hide about it. I'm not telling you where exactly I live, but I live in Illinois. The state could be way better if we had better people running in here, and not just here, but in the whole entire world. So then, take care. Have a good day, good night, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world and those who are watching it. My stream, I'm gonna label this Genshin Impact F1, meaning like Freedom 1. Or I might name it something a little different. So it's Frina did show up in one of the character quests. So then, take care and have a good day. Thank you all for watching, yeah. Seriously, I appreciate it. Love you all. Subscribe and follow me. I hope to see you guys again.